Look, Mary, I know this may seem a little sudden, but I've given it a lot of thought. You're the woman I've been waiting for my whole life, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. Please, let me finish.
Honey, there's someone I want to introduce you to. He's the kindest, gentlest man I've ever met. Will you meet him?
Sure. Is that good?
Boy.
Huh?
I said, this is my husband, Bobby.
Love? Is it a feeling or behavior? You might think it's a feeling, but don't expect that it does all the work instead of you. This is your host Amanda, and today we discover the two sides of love: romantic love and loving behavior. The way we define love is up to each of us, and the beauty of this field of knowledge also resides in the fact that we are free to make up our own definitions for our states and feelings. Therefore, scientists have systematized the concept of love and described several different types of love. Epithumia. It is the sexual love, also known as lust or desire, often experienced by adolescents, having a physical quality to it but missing emotional or spiritual manifestations. Eros is the romantic and sensual love, which most of us identify as real love because it is emotionally intense and it usually leads to marriage. Unfortunately, Eros, it's also evanescent, illusory, and it lacks stability in time, facing a universal dilemma: to work for the relationship or to search for the next love spell. Storge. It's generous and protective, a love of belonging generally shared between family members. Filio is the love shared between friends, a tender affection based on shared interests and honest self-disclosure. Agape is a godlike, self-sacrificing, unconditional love. Some of the mortals are sometimes inclined to practice this kind of love, trying to transcend the limits of the human condition. The result is a disaster because oftentimes this kind of people attract despicable characters. The psychologists draw attention towards another distinction between different types of love, namely between the sentimental aspects of love, love as a feeling, and the behavioral ones, love as a verb. If the young ones see love as a magic potion which inebriates people and takes them to the cloud nine, there's also a love which manifests through action and loving behavior. The difference between the two of them, it's tremendous. One is passionate, romantic, dramatic, and often crippling, while the other is dignified, mature, fulfilling, and empowering. Love as a feeling, romantic love, is inebriating, similar to alcoholism, an obvious blockage. It breeds inaction and sickness, a monumental passivity. People are often crippled by this kind of love. It manifests behaviorally through immature behaviors like abuse, revenge, punishment spirals, cruelty, stonewalling, frustration, and badly managed stress. Love as a verb, loving behavior, is empowering, a result of education and couple counseling. It is less romantic and more realistic, freed from romantic myths. It's based on the full acknowledgement of one's rights and duties, and the acceptance of the fact that nobody's perfect and every relationship is a compromise, that nobody reads anybody's mind, that nobody's going to save you from yourself, and revenge doesn't help you one bit. It manifests through loving behavior and is based on the belief that a good relationship doesn't fall from the sky, that it requires efforts, solidarity, communication skills, the overt manifestation of feelings and intentions. A certain type of education is needed in order to enrich the feeling of love with loving behavior. Also, we need a decent amount of self-knowledge, trust in both oneself and the other, an optimistic and appreciative perspective on things. In challenging times, we need to operate the stop-loss command and break free from the abusive relationships, where we remain because of habit and inertia, and to which we often choose to respond with abuse of our own. After all, what good is a love that it's ultimately just an opportunity for self-pity and brutal manifestation of frustration? If we are limited to the love as a feeling, then we are indeed some very pathetic human beings, worthy of pity, deserving of their fate, and love is just a pretext for self-sabotage. A relationship can be evaluated by what we feel, but also by what we do with the things that we feel. We hope this video presentation has been an opportunity to evaluate your own feelings and behaviors and will help you grow and improve your relationship skills. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, don't forget to be the best version of yourselves.